welcome back to another episode of the Common Sense Experience podcast, featured only on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm Chuck, here with my brothers, Rob Dane, PG, and Amir. What's up, fellas?
Mic check 1 2. What is this? What's good? Eat two shoes.
What's going on? Well, you already know what it is, motherfuckers.
Yeah, so we got definitely got a packed show today, man. Got a lot of shit we're gonna talk about. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't yet. Hit us up on Facebook at Black Podcasters Network, and on Twitter you can find just do a search for the Common Sense Experience podcast on Twitter, the Common Sense Experience podcast on Twitter, and you'll find us there. Yeah, I'm trying to. I really want to get the Twitter shit popping off, man, because Twitter be popping on the low. Like I be following some of these other cats, man. They be getting a lot of a bump on their Twitter shit.
Damn president be on Twitter.
Fucking yeah, that nigga he be going in too.
Yeah, that faggot. You always on Twitter.
Yeah, man. But Amir, let's get this shit rolling, pimp. Champion.
Man, listen, man. Today's show, we gonna be talking about George Bush and why the fuck should anybody care, especially black people.
Hey, real quick.
Yo, go ahead.
Did George Bush Jr. fuck Michelle, man? I got questions. Did they smash at one point in time? Okay, let's get.
We're gonna get into that story, man. Listen, man. How many times, even if that was your man's, your right hand man's, how many times would you let a nigga keep going up to your wife and giving her candy?
Damn, you're not gonna just keep giving her.
What you doing, nigga?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, he definitely banged Michelle, of course.
Something, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure George Bush fucked Obama. You know.
He got a real thing.
Wait, what?
There we go.
What? No, time out. Time the fuck out. No, that I don't believe.
Oh, I definitely believe that, man.
But again, that's just the belief. I mean, if he did, then he did. But I don't.
Listen, man, you can't be black and be president. You don't think that's not true? All right, cool.
Yeah, well, if it happens in the music industry in Hollywood, then it definitely can happen in politics. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I think. We also going to ask today: can a friend also be, and should a friend be, your best or your biggest adversary?
Should.
Going to talk about the cop shooting that happened on the west side of Buffalo. For those that have seen the video, I'm saying, no, y'all have all seen it. What are y'all thoughts? And, you know what I'm saying, though, is this the same bullshit? You know what I'm saying, though, or is it not? So that, I'm saying, though, give y'all opinion on that. And then we're going to talk about a father whose son dresses in girls' clothing. Even the mother is trying to get the boy to get the boy to go ahead and get surgery from a doctor. So there are doctors out here giving surgery to young boys and the young girls to be the opposite sex. And so he's against it or whatever, though, but she allows it. So is that fair or foul? And I want y'all opinions on that, though, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be that's going to be very passion-filled. As always, we start out the show. Pete was grinding his gears, was pissing off the professor, my boy Chuck. Then after that, after the topics, we're going to the Trailblazers, we're going to the sports. You know what I'm saying, though? We got to talk about Melo. We got to talk about Kareem Hunt. We got to talk about the NCAA football playoffs, and then who we got for that. Then we're going to go ahead, do the bars and the poetry, man, and then shit. Yeah, closing words, and then Pete going to close it out, though. So, man, without further ado, though, Pete, man, what the fuck is on the mind, man? What the fuck is grinding your gears, bro?
Hey, man, let's get into it. I'm going to need will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas to either shut the fuck up forever or make music and keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Recently, and of course he did this interview, and of course he said this shit in the Rolling Stones magazine interview. He critiques hip hop, the current state of hip hop, and I'll keep it short and simple. This is his words, not mine. Quote: "The problem with hip hop is everybody could do it. It doesn't take much fucking skill right now to make hip hop. It's become the lowest hanging fruit," explained the Grammy winner. "It's no longer about Rakim level, Nas level, not the deep metaphorical simile shit. Out of respect for the Nas's of the world, let's not call it hip hop. Let's say that's rap." Okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? I have no problem with that. My thing is, if you have a platform to discuss the issues, right, discuss the fucking issue. That's real issue. The problem isn't the music, fam, because I won't say will.i.am is all the way wrong, but he's just not talking about the issue in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Social networks, technology, the internet now, yes, a lot of lesser, what I want to say, a lot of shitty bullshit music passes a lot easier now because it's easier to upload shit. It's easier to get your music out there. It's easier to get any type of content out there when you have your own platform. So a lot of bullshit has come. Yes, this is true. But let's not act like bullshit hasn't been around for years. You know what I'm saying? For every Rakim, there was a Vanilla Ice, my nigga. For every LL Cool J, there was a bullshit something. You know, y'all remember this? Your mama smoke crack, right? Like it was a bunch of bullshit songs. Right. Bullshit songs has always been around. The difference between back then and now, it's easier to put music. It's easier to put content out there when everybody has their own platform. Okay. My problem is not what he said. My problem is what he didn't say. Let's talk about mainstream media, my nigga. Let's talk about the outlets and the platforms that you have access to that promotes this bullshit, that continues to play this bullshit. Let's talk about radio. Let's talk about payola. Let's talk about how fucking mainstream anything is controlled by private enterprises, by people. Let's talk about how these old, out-of-date motherfuckers continue to hold positions where they are in charge of this music shit. Nigga, radio only plays 4 artists, bro. Drake, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Migos. And I'm probably missing some few other little fucking fucks. When was the last time have you heard? Black Thought has dropped 2 albums in 2018. Has anybody heard a Black Thought from the Roots? Has anybody heard his music on any radio or mainstream platform? Yes or no? No, right? Okay.
I don't really listen to mainstream platforms.
No, I get all that. I'm getting to a point though. Look, Nas dropped the album. Wasn't bad. Fonte from Little Brother dropped the album. Was fucking dope. Ninth Wonder, he dropped a compilation album with his group, with his clique, Rhapsody, Jamela Records. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's dope music out there. The problem is mainstream promotes the bullshit because they want to keep all niggas retarded. You know, they don't want growth in mainstream. They don't want folks to think in mainstream. They don't want niggas to be taught how to open their own businesses, do mainstream music. You know what I mean? Like, that's my problem with what the fuck Black Thought said. You know, I'm sorry, with what he didn't say. I don't have a problem with what he said. I have a problem with what he didn't say. And I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I do have a little bit of a problem with what he said.
You said will.i.am? He said something?
will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. Nigga, hip-hop is in a great space. Hip-hop is running the world. Our culture is running the world. And hip-hop is a part of our culture. The problem is our culture is being ran by niggas who don't look like us, will.i.am. Speak on that, bro. Don't speak on the bullshit that's coming out because there's always going to be bullshit on type of bullshit because it's easier when everybody has their own platform. But talk about how mainstream media platforms, radio stations, all the blog sites, magazines, online magazines, talk about how those folks don't shine light on real artists. Talk about how those folks don't shine light on music that relates to us. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, what you had Grandmaster Flash on the radio. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the hood. You had Rakim on the radio. I ain't no joke. You had different. You had music with a message, and all of a sudden, you don't hear none of that shit no more on the radio. You just want more Cardi B's. You want all the women to pop their pussies. You want all the black men to chill and get, I don't fucking know. Well, I am. Speak on the real issues. That's what I'm saying. Use your opportunity in your situation to talk what's really going on. And what's really going on is the mainstream media won't let the real shit be played. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's facts, bro. I mean, you know, because we all know who controls the record labels, right? We all know who controls the media and all that stuff. So, you're right, and I think we talked about it on the last episode where we were talking about that narrative, right? And there's a reason why we don't hear Black Thought on the radio. There's a reason why Talib Kweli came out with an album, I think, every year since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Not one song on the radio from him. And this shit is dope. The shit he did with Styles P, that shit was fire. Right? But I think you hit the nail on the head, bro, when we talked about, like, it's with will.i.am in his statement, he's not addressing the real fact. It's like, well, your local urban radio station, they're not playing these songs. Shit, here in Baltimore, when that Lupe Fiasco Bad Bitch song came out, that shit was in rotation for like a week or two. Literally. And they pulled it off the radio. And that's the type of message, because of the type of message that was in the song.
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because you mentioned it, because you said his name. Speaking of Styles P,
mm-hmm.
Styles P has dropped 3 albums this year. 2 on his own, and 1 with Dave East called Beloved. All 3 albums are dope. Y'all need to check it out. Now, when Styles P was with the Locks, or as a matter of fact, he dropped an album like that was 03. When this nigga was talking about, I get high. You know what I mean? Everybody remember the I Get High track being played. That's his biggest #1 seller outside of a Lock song, right?
Yeah,
this nigga with his wife and Jadakiss and also Angela Lee, they own 2 juice bars in the heart of the hood in Queens and in Brooklyn. He has a herbal store, Pharmacy for Life, to teach you holistic shit. And everybody follow Styles P and follow Pharmacy for Life on Instagram, Facebook, because he on that health shit. Nigga's not being promoted as much as he was when he dropped I Get High. Come on, man. Like, we not stupid no more. Yeah. Go ahead, Chuck. My fault.
No, you're good, bro. No, I mean that's a good point, man. You know, it's and I'm gonna say this, Pete. You might get on me for this shit, bro. But I really didn't fuck with Styles P when he was with the Locks. When he came out with the Locks. Like, of the 3, Jadakiss was my favorite artist of the 3. Mm-hmm. As I started to kind of just watch Styles P evolve into what he is right now, I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Styles P now. And what really kind of pushed me over the edge with Styles P was the shit he did with Talib Kweli. Like, Styles P, he's woke as fuck.
Growth is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. That shit is it's crazy, man. And then when he did his Breakfast Club interview, okay, it's Styles P, yeah. So he's not, So, but yeah, man, nah, that you brought up a good point with that shit, man. That's some good shit people need to start just being more aware and really thinking outside the box of what the fuck is really going on.
Rob, good. Man, what you think about it, man?
I would just reiterate everything they said already. I feel like it's kind of obvious at this point. We know what's being played, like he said, like Pete said. We know what's being pushed. We know why. It's fucked up. It's been like it for a while now, just like a lot of other things we about to get into. So,
Yeah.
I basically just feel like, at what point will everything start to change?
When enough people listen to this fucking podcast, stop bullshitting, caught up that reality TV show, listen to the Common Sense Experience podcast. That's when this shit will start to change.
Yo, I ain't gonna front, dude, real quick. I want to say again, thanks for having me, because I learn shit every time I listen. That's why a lot of times I just sit back and listen, because I learn shit every time I hear y'all talk.
Hey, yo, real quick, Amir, before you jump in, bro, my bad. I know you got something to say about this too.
Yeah.
But I just want to touch on what Rob said, because I used to feel that way too, and that's how I used to, because I'm recently trying to change my mindset, and this is just what it is. I think instead of asking Rob, instead of us like when is it going to change, we gotta just fucking do us, man. And if folks hop on, good. If folks don't, cool. I didn't know, and this is my first time when I saw the numbers for this show, when Chuck had posted them in our group chat in Spreaker. And yeah, it ain't tens of thousands, nigga, but it was over 1,000 downloads, and I didn't know that shit. And I'm like, yo, that's somebody listening. So my thing is, instead of asking when, instead of worrying about the masses, everybody just fucking got to do them positively. And we all got to reach out and holler at each other who's out there, holler at folks who's also doing them and the way in which they trying to improve as well. Motherfuckers that catch on, and the motherfuckers that don't, it is what it is.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I tell y'all, man, I just heard three brothers with business minds. I mostly just do what I do, though, but man, you can't out bullshit white people, and you can't out brag white people. That's where I stand with that. And until we become the ones who are manipulating the minds of those to actually be, to think, and manipulating doesn't have to be, we talked about manipulation, doesn't have to be a bad thing if it's for something good. But yeah, they are the bullshitters right now. We are happy to brag off of what they are telling us to do. And so that's the manipulation that's in the music. That's what they put out. And so, Pete, like you said, we have to get to the joint. Like, there's so much other shit that they do, so many other layers to the game, that to just simply say and blame it on the actual people that are just making the music to make some dollars, how about you say some real truth? But they scared. They're scared. They're scared to lose access. It ain't about the money. It's access. There's plenty of people that's making money outside of that shit, like Chameleonaire. He's making money outside that shit. But those who want access to the parties, to the fame, to the award shows are going to do that. They want access. It is what it is. So that's what we got to deal with, though, man. But Chuck, man, listen, man. What the fuck is on your mind, man? What's pissing off the professor? Let's get with it.
So I can't. Just like a few weeks ago, somebody posted an article on Facebook, and something I didn't agree with, right? But I kind of bypassed it. But then I looked at one of the comments. Y'all know me, man. When I start going to the comments,
oh God, our friend the troll, man. God damn, stop trolling.
But no, no. But this was an honest question. This wasn't a troll moment, because I read his comment. He said, "Oh, that's not true. I did research," and for me,
well, you're an intellectual troll, but you are a troll.
That could be. Yeah, it definitely could be.
Go ahead, man.
I agree. Sometimes y'all boys gotta put me back. Like, all right, Chuck, you just don't get too.
No, man, shit, enjoy, man. Who you are.
But yeah, so the guy's comment was, I did research on this. It's not true. So I simply asked, I was like, okay, well, did you research the researchers? Like, who's funding the research? Right? Who's in the research? How many participants? Because a lot of people don't know is when you go to a lot of these academic websites to try and look at these research articles, it'll tell you who's responsible for the research. So say, you see Dr. John Smith on the research, you know what the fuck I'm doing? I'm Googling Dr. John Smith. Who's this nigga affiliated with? People think they can just go on Google and type in the search and pull up an article and, oh, this research was done on 500 people. I'm like, okay. But you got to go. And so I asked those, and I asked it in this one, I said, okay, well, you did research, but who funded the research? Where did you find the? I asked him like 2 or 3 questions. He didn't respond. And that's what I'm saying. Like people on Facebook for whatever reason, I guess they're scared to engage in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I want, man. Like when I be commenting on these posts, man, it's a troll, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, yo, let's engage in a conversation because I don't fucking agree with that. And we can agree to disagree, but let's have a discussion about it. Let's find out why we disagree. And that's the purpose of most of my comments when I'm on Facebook, man. It's not to pull anybody. Well, sometimes it is because some people be saying some outrageous shit. I'm like, no, you're a fucking idiot for saying that. You're fucking dumb. I'm not the sharpest tool in the drawer, but that shit was fucking stupid. Right. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what it is, man. And there was something else too, and I forgot what it was. But yeah, man, that's just it, man. You're gonna do research, man. Do your fucking research. I mean, that's with anything, right? I mean, if you say, for example, you want to follow the Dr. Sebi philosophy, and you want to validate the validity of his ideas as far as alkaline food, research that shit. Right, find out, and then when you find that article on those group of foods, or on that food, on the herbs, or whatever, let's go a bit further than that. Like really find out the source of because a lot. So, so when it comes to these nonprofits, right? You'll hear American Diabetes Association performed a study on 1,000 people showing that there was no direct link between meat consumption and diabetes. However, if you go to the independent studies, it's contradictory. Like, if I own Marlboro or one of these cigarette companies and I'm performing a study, you can goddamn bet your ass I'm going to skew those results to favor myself. Why would I do a study on 1,000 patients saying there's adverse effects on smoking? I'm not going to do that shit. That's dumb from a business standpoint. Regardless of the ethical ramifications of that shit, we in business to make money. And that's what we're gonna do. Regardless of if it kills hundreds of thousands of people every year, we in the business of making money. It's a small price to pay for the profits, and that's unfortunately where the mindset. And I'm gonna end it here. Like I posted an article, not article, I think it was an article on Facebook about the American Diabetes Association CEO. In 2015, this nigga made $1.5 million. That was his salary. CEO of a nonprofit organization. $1.5 million. And should they make some money? Absolutely, right? You can't. I mean, you're still running the business, right? I don't expect them not to make, but a 7-figure salary, my nigga. Like, so how much of every dollar donated goes to your pocket? Like that's the real question. Which is why I don't donate to United Way. I don't donate to the Pink Ribbon shit. I don't donate to American, because all all these nonprofit organizations are funded by the very organizations that they're apparently against. KFC sponsoring American Diabetes Association. What? Come on, bro. Like, but here's the crazy thing, shit, fellas. And this is my last statement. It's on their fucking website. Like, the shit is not hidden. It's that people just blindly follow the masses. Oh shit! Well, all my coworkers donating to United Way. I might as well do this shit. No, research that shit. I will not donate to any type of organization like that. No, I'm not doing it because you're going against what you're supposedly trying to stand for. So yeah, man. So that's it for me, bro. I know I went on a little bit further than I planned to.
Nigga, that's what was pissing off the professor. That's why we call it pissing off the professor. You're supposed to go ahead and go in like that. Pete, I guess Rob, man, and I'll go after that.
I mean, ain't nothing much really to say. I feel everything Chuck said. I mean, we live in a country where, I forgot what city it is, and Chuck, you probably know this shit too, where the city is suing, where the prison is suing the city because there's not enough people in the fucking prison. Prisons are privately owned by fucking people, and it's a business. In order to keep the business booming, you have to keep the people in the business. So because there are not a lot of people in the jail, which is supposed to be a fucking good thing, they're suing the city because the jails aren't filled up enough for them to do the bullshit slave labor work that they do to make these Walmart jeans or take out fires in California and shit. And the powers that be behind it are not making any money. So we live in that type of country. So if they're doing that, come on, man. Next, what's next on the docket?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm still in the city shit, man, for the prison not being full. Like, that shit is. I mean,
I thought it was bullshit, bro. I had to go look it up. That shit was real.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, you know how we say, man. We're not surprised. It's fucking demonic, but not surprised.
Right.
That's what runs the world. Demons. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, demons run the world, unfortunately.
They just what happened not to have melanin. Just saying, man. Rob, you have Tori, try to go in. I'm just going.
Somebody just popped open the bottle. Somebody.
Right. Did. My bad. Yeah, I heard that. My bad. Yeah,
No, Pete, really quick. No, really quick though.
Yeah.
You know, on Drink Champs they do that shit. Like in the Drink Champs shit, you hear the bottles pouring and shit, and ice cups and all that shit. And
you know what's funny? It got mad quiet, so the shit was loud as hell here. So y'all niggas to hear that. That was hilarious. My bad.
Good, bro.
Nah, nigga.
What it is, man.
Cheers, nigga.
Cheers, he's tripping it up.
Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
Once again, even on air, sad season.
Sad season, absolutely.
So it's a sad season?
Yes.
It's a sad season. All right, damn. It's a sad season. It's a sad season. Yeah, it's a sad season after all.
Hey, Amir, I will say, I don't know what y'all niggas got going on, but hey, now to be a black man and turn 34, and however Rob turned it, man, it's a blessing. So you goddamn right. I'm gonna rock with Rob on this one. It's Sag season. Sagittarius.
Okay.
Season.
Okay.
Good looking out, guys.
Okay. Yeah, all right, man.
Right.
Something usually sad is low. It's feeling low. Look, I'm just you know, and then when you capping, that means you're doing something. You actually trying to come out. But listen, all I'm saying is this though. I'm gonna get right into this first topic though, man, because you know what though. It's sad season. Y'all got it. It's sad season. So I can't deny it. Give it up. Shout out to these boys.
Make some noise.
We the new. Hey, D, you got to move to the young OG status, man. You a young OG.
Thank you. Two of your favorite people is on this phone right now, and both of them happen to be Sagittarius. And both of them birthdays happen to be very close
and
to each other.
And me and Howard are Capricorn. So that's 2 and 2.
Yeah.
You got yours? Come on, main people.
Damn.
Charles, your mom's a Capricorn.
Yes, she is. She is.
Nigga, my wife and my firstborn.
Where do you want to go, Pete?
My wife and my firstborn Capricorns, nigga.
There we
but it ain't
go.
about
Where do you
that.
want to
I
go,
love them.
Pete? Let's get it. Rob, where do you want to go? You got 2 January 13th. Where do you want to go, Rob? It's that, baby. It's that.
Yo, but my baby sister is Sag too. What up?
That's cool. Good for you.
Exactly.
That's cool. That's cool. It's cool. You say I want to got another January 13th. You go. You should wear them on the same birthday.
Shout out to Ho. Happy belated to Ho.
Oh. Nah, me? Yeah, happy belated to Ho, man. And we gonna get into that brother Ho briefly though at the end though. But I gotta go with this though, man. The George Bushes died. Why the fuck should we care? Why the fuck do people care? Why are we told to care? Peter, I'm gonna start with you, Chuck, and Rob, and I'm gonna go after y'all, man, and say my piece on it. Cause I know y'all got a lot to say on this shit. This George Bush bullshit. The senior.
It goes back to what I said in the last conversation, in the last topic, bro. Everybody got a platform. Okay. Everybody got something to say. So now in this day and age, everything different. I don't give a fuck, personally. I don't care. Looking into, he has no eyes. The nigga got sold his eyes, bro. Like, look into his eyes. Somebody had put up a meme that said the kingpin, the cocaine kingpin is dead crack kingpin is dead at 94.
I want to say that also Quadira, I think.
The nigga eyes in that picture look fucking creepy, bro. So come on, man. I don't give a fuck. Minority shouldn't give a fuck. I mean, it is what it is. You got an opinion. That's cool. You know, you thought he did something, whatever, it's cool. But most now it's just motherfuckers just want to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? Everything is to be noticed now and shit. Shouldn't give a fuck. He ain't give a fuck about us. I mean, shit, when he was alive, I'm supposed to care about the nigga because he's on, man. Stop it.
I just feel like just because you die, it don't mean that you ain't do the shit while you was still alive. No, there ain't no Jewish person told, listen, Hitler died. Don't worry about that. Get over that. He's dead. He's dead and gone. Stop talking bad about Hitler. Please stop that. Please stop talking bad about Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden. You know what I'm saying? We're not told that. We're not told that. Yeah. We're not even taught forgiveness. But we're told it.
Yo. Real quick, maybe we should stop talking bad about them because just because they said something was wrong with them don't mean something was.
Nah, Rob.
Go ahead, break it down.
Go ahead, man. I ain't gonna cut you off.
Nah, I wasn't. That's all I really wanted to say about it. It's just like I got as I got older, like we said, we was talking about sad season and the birthdays coming around. As I matured as a man, one thing I feel like I personally realized about life is just because everybody point the other finger somewhere else and say this person is the bad guy or this is the enemy or y'all like you. Everything is a segue. Like y'all just said about the last conversation about media pushing a purpose or propaganda. It's like, yo, you have an agenda to tell me something. So I'm old enough to realize, like, just because you tell me this person was X in history, like another thing we learned about history was, and I don't want to fuck up the quote, but what is it? To the victor goes the spoils. So yeah, you got the chance to rewrite history. We didn't get a chance to hear the final chapter from these other individuals. What if we did?
Well, but it's important on the and I want to make sure y'all get into this though. I'm just saying this one thing real quick. The one thing I know about history is that you have to be able to go ahead and have teachers and then students. So you have the people that have to go ahead and teach those that this happened, why it happened, knowing the enemy better than, you know what I'm saying, though, even the enemy know itself, or at least equal, and then teaching that back. You can't just go and say, you know what, no, this is, we have to let our people know what they're up against, and not just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm doing me. That's what we got right now, is that doing me aspect, mentality. That's some bullshit.
Can I cut in real quick for Chuck? Go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to respond to what Rob said, because I feel what you're saying. Like, I'm not going out my way to use up my time to call him a dickhead, to call him a devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know what George Bush was. I'm not going to go out my way to say it. But, my nigga, I'm not going to forget, I'm not going to act like the fact because he dead, that's not going to erase the shit that happened while he was alive. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Amir alluded to with this question. And I think I feel what you're saying. Like, whatever, man. George Bush is George Bush. We know what it is. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to make a meme, or I'm not going to fucking put a stat up about it because he dead. You know what I mean? But if a motherfucker, like, who go out their way to be like, let's respect it and blah, man, listen, just don't bring them up to conversation to me. That's my respect.
No.
That's my enough respect for it. You know what I mean? Because like you said, we grown. You grown. We know what it is, but I'm sorry not to cut in, but I think you got what I was trying to say a little bit misconstrued. I know the topic was about George Bush. I was cutting in again when he was talking about those specific individuals that the United States was telling us we should hate. Those names he was listing on. Okay.
Yeah.
So United States. Go ahead, sir.
Nah, but George Bush is not. You know, people revere him like he was some saint or something. You know,
that's the thing. Yeah.
I don't get the infatuation with George Bush. I think that's my thing. Like, I think they're gonna make his passing a holiday now or some shit. I don't know. I could have read that wrong. But every year on November 30th, they're gonna like a George Bush Day or whatever it is.
Oh shit, Chuck! I don't want to be an asshole. I'm sorry.
No, you're good,
I just watched this shit. Remember I told y'all about the '90s documentary shit I was watching?
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
They had a fucking they go through. It's like a '90s doc, an '80s doc, '70s doc. It's like an 8-episode joint. It's dope. Like, they had an episode about terrorism, like how it began, like the war and shit. And they was talking about the Iraq war that happened when supposedly Saddam Hussein was gonna say, fuck the bullshit, I'm gonna take over, I'm gonna come to Iraq and run your shit, because Gorbachev was willing to I forgot, he was like the Iraqi president, Israeli president, I believe. I'm fucking it all up right now, but I'm saying it to make a point. Gorbachev was like doing some peace treaty shit with George Bush to like come together as allies to fuck up Saddam Hussein shit, and they called this shit the New World Order. You know what I'm saying? Like, they broke it all down. So this nigga is looked at as a war hero, a nigga who saved America and blah blah blah, and it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the shit they trying to revere him to is bullshit. This motherfucker ain't nothing but he funded Bin Laden, my nigga. And Bin Laden came from billions of money. And Bin Laden family was cool with Bush family. Like, I ain't about to get into all that. I just had to get that off real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I just saw this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck Bush. I'm sorry. I did it. Okay. Go ahead, man.
And apparently, the Bushes had something to do with Kennedy's assassination.
Come on, man.
Like, yeah, and I'm saying, like,
he's with the CIA.
Yeah, like the Bush family, them niggas are savages, bro. Like them.
Oh man.
And I don't know, people just revere him like he was a saint. Like, no, these niggas did some dirty shit. And Pete, I think you're like that. Pete, I think you're like that.
It's not a lot of people revere him. It's not a lot of people who revere him. It's the people who run the shit or run the media, like, again, to revert back to what we've been saying the whole time, that's displaying the shit. they revere him. So that's why we saying the shit.
Yeah,
but most
true.
of us don't give a shit.
Yeah. But also, Rob, really quick, man. But people, they, especially on social media, they follow narratives, right? So if people are posting a George Bush article, people are gonna start sharing it, and it's gonna be shared, and before you know it, they got like 600,000 shares. Like what? Why are we sharing this shit, man? What? This is not. It's not even important. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not important. Him dying has not impacted our lives in any way, shape, or form. Shit, him living hasn't done that. Or well, in a negative way it did, but from a positive, like his death has had no impact on us whatsoever. So I don't know. That's I don't know, man. I'm gonna wrap up here, man. I just think this culture, and if you compare it to how the ancient Egyptians, Africans looked at death, American culture has it all fucked up and twisted. Right? I don't know, man. It's like they're paying homage, but they're not. It's fucking weird. I'm sorry, man. It's fucking weird.
There are black people right now who think that George Bush Jr., the one who's still alive, is now cool because Michelle Obama is cool with him, as if he didn't do the shit he did while he was in office for 8 years.
That nigga was putting cream in that coffee.
And I'm pretty sure he did. No, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only Obama that he was giving his cream to, or sugar. But
ladies and gentlemen,
so Rob.
Nah, I was just doing my little introduction for when he get on his joints.
Oh yeah, no, but we got to be real though. That's what's going on though. But as far as with shit, George Bush and all this bullshit, it's like we've been bamboozled into thinking that all of a sudden because they weren't as bad in how they presented their evil, that they're better now. It's like how we feel about preachers. Black people have been conditioned to care about a look instead of what it actually is, and we'll protect the image.
Oh yeah, nigga, they go to the knife for the image, bro. Them niggas
and I
fight,
understand it because you've been taught that. It angers me though, and this is why I talk about going ahead and with the children or whatever though, and teaching them early, because trying to get these ones now, they just care about how you look. Everything is about how you look. Even if that motherfucker ain't shit. Obama wasn't shit. What did he do for us for years? Now we care about Trump actually doing this versus somebody who actually implemented laws and did what he did. So that's, so now Bush is a better person than fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah. But I will say this about Obama. I will say this. Although he didn't do shit for the black community, as far as image is concerned, I do appreciate his demeanor, his charisma, like that shit. Like that shit was fucking dope. This is my opinion. I mean, outside of everything else, I would say Obama, his the way he talked, his charisma, the way he carried himself, that shit is dope to me.
I thank God for that, but not him. Understand? I give praise where it's due.
Yeah.
God made sure that it still looked like that beyond that. He still wanted his own agenda with his faggot ass. I don't thank him. I thank God for making that, and then we can use it positively for those who use it positively instead of bringing people to church to go to give away about 10% of their fucking money that they're already getting 50% of it taken out of. I didn't know God charged rent. Maybe that's just me. All right, man. We gonna get into it, man. We have, yeah, 24. I can go into it. 31, 55, then 18, 73 years of total friendship. I've known these guys right here. So,
that's a long fucking time.
right.
That's a long fucking time.
Man, we talking, man. Yeah. So that's how it's going down, man. But we'll get right into this, man. Gotta ask, can a friend or friends, so to speak, can they be your biggest adversary, and should they be? I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with you, Rob. Then I'm gonna go ahead to Chuck, and I'm gonna go ahead to Pete. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess my first general response to the question would be that I think I get the point of the question. I just wouldn't use the term adversary because I just wouldn't want to personally associate adversary and friend in the same conversation.
All right. Okay.
But I think I get the point of the question being...
Does adversary have to be negative? Or do you think it's negative?
I mean, I think the term is what it is by nature. Like, I know it's inanimate, so I know we associate whatever emotions, whatever terms, but by nature, I think it's just a term that's kind of negative in nature. It's adversary, you know what I mean? It's usually an opponent or something. And while I do, like I said, I think I understand the point of the conversation being somebody that kind of like challenges you. Yes, you do want people to challenge you and always keep you on your toes and allow you to be greater. I think an adversary is somebody who would be somebody that takes that to a different level. You know what I mean? This is an adversary. This is a person that doesn't want me to grow. I think by my association with that term. So just because, you know what I mean, I can get how I get about terms and references in mindsets and frequencies. I just want to associate that term with a friend. But like I said, I think I get the point of it being like somebody that challenges you. And yes, a friend should challenge you. A friend is going to tell you shit that you need to hear when you don't want to hear it. A friend should, give you tough love. A friend should, push you to when you think you can't go any further, et cetera, et cetera. But I just think that term is a step further.
Okay. All right. Brother Chuck, what you got?
I just want to say really quick for the records, bars, my nigga. That shit was fire. No, honestly, because I had a whole answer in my mind, and when Rob started breaking this shit down, I'm like, God damn, that shit makes fucking sense, bro. I agree with Rob 1,000%. Like, I think the term adversary is a bit aggressive. Will you have friends that challenge you and will get on you and piss you off? Absolutely. Like, nigga, you get on my fuck. Like the video I posted earlier where the dudes was arguing about the Drake shit. That shit was hilarious. Mm-hmm. But that shit was all love though.
Bad.
That shit was all love, bro. That shit was, and I'm pretty sure after that video was done, when the niggas was just smoked the L and they was laughing and joking, having a good ass time.
Hell, or arguing about a different topic.
Yeah, but that's just part of it. Like, we've had plenty of those. We've had. I remember when one time we was in we was just coming from rumors in Toronto, in Niagara Falls, and DJ and Amir was about to fist fight, nigga. I had to get in between these niggas. It was about to throw their hands. I'm like, oh, whoa. Let's cut back now. Let's not do that. All right. So I think of course having that friend or those group of friends that push you and will tell you the real deal, which ultimately may be in conflict with what you currently believe. Like, just for example, I'm gonna go back to when we was growing up. Y'all know me, how I used to be an mama's boy. Well, still am sort of, but every now and then we would get into these conversations like, Chuck, you gotta chill, bro. You doing too much, and that would piss me the fuck off. I was, fuck you, man, I'm doing too much, dog. It's my mom. Like, yeah, we know, Chuck, but man, you gotta chillax just a little bit, bro. Not too much, but you doing way too much. And we used to have arguments. I'm like, nah, man, y'all wilding, bro. I'm not. It's my mom, man. Y'all chill. And then it took me a while to realize that I had to get to that point where, okay, maybe them niggas was right the whole time. Not maybe these niggas was right the whole time. Just at the time I couldn't see it. So at the time where y'all my adversaries, fuck yeah, because you guys were conflicting what my current paradigm was. Like, y'all was going against the grain. Like, I was going left and y'all was going right. And now looking back, I'm like, damn, I needed that shit. Because it helped me. Honestly, God, it helped me through the shit she went through a couple years ago. That shit really, I'm like, looking back, that's how all that shit ties in together. Like, if y'all wasn't there at the time being my quote unquote adversary, I don't think I would have handled the situation she went through a couple of years ago as smoothly as I did. I probably would have had a fucking mental breakdown or some shit, being honest. But again, like I said, like Rob pointed out, man, I think the word adversary is a bit aggressive in terms of we talking about friendships and, you know, your friends helping you grow and become better. So that's my piece.
I respect all of that. And by the way, though, that was a great piece right there, though. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, though, I'm a Pete, man. Go ahead, man.
You sure you don't want to go first, nigga? It sound like you got something to say.
Yeah.
No.
I can end this. I don't know, man. I appreciate that. The way you say, I appreciate that. It sounds like you got something to say, man.
I appreciate that, but
I be quick with mine, man. Look, adversary, one's opponent in a contest, conflict, or dispute. Example, Davis beat his old adversary in the quarterfinals. Synonyms, opponent, rival, enemy, antagonist, combatant, challenger, contender, competitor, opposer. More opposition, competition, foe. Definition, synonyms. I gave y'all all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the way Amir was asking this question, maybe I could be tripping. I don't know. He'd be fucking nuts sometimes. I'm gonna go like I think we put power. Words are powerful, and the reason why words are powerful is because we make them powerful. There is power in the tongue. That sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me is bullshit. You can make words as powerful as a fucking gun. So I think it depends on how we fucking use synonyms. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with friendly competition. To me, a friendship is real shit. You know what I mean? A lot of terms get used loosely nowadays, especially in this social networking climate. So all that bro, sister, fan, bruh shit can easily be misconstrued with bullshit. But I'll be 34 Monday. God willing, I'll still be here. So I come from the cloth of what you say what you mean what you say. So to me, friendship means exactly what that means. Friendship, one you can depend on, one you keep an honest with. Sometimes the truth need to be told, even if a nigga ain't gonna like it, whether it needs to be told to me or I need to tell it to my friend. Friendly competition is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? as long as it's working towards making each other better and the friendship stronger and all that good shit. Now, rivalries, you know what I mean, antagonists, combatant, shit like that, that is not healthy for a friendship. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it all depends on how you break down that word, how you use that word, and what that word means to you. You know what I mean? Because to me, I think personally, a friend is someone that's there for you, even when you don't want them to be, and that sometimes that may include friendly competition or me just, you know, kicking your ass or you kicking my ass like, nigga, wake up. You destroying yourself.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
That's a good answer.
Anybody say yeah, good?
Good answer.
Let me get right into this though. Y'all, most of y'all I think answered the can. I think the should is what y'all battle with. I would say though, there's probably always going to be a friend that's going to be your biggest adversary. It's always going to be one you compete against the most. And competition can always be a great thing if the intention behind the competition is one that is of valor.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at more than the athlete. The one young man, and I forget his name. That's how much he goes into anonymity. I forget his name, but him, right? He's on LeBron's team. Now we know about Rich Paul. We know about Maverick Carter. When we hear his name, even though he's in the video, and me and Riley had watched it though, and then he was like, "Yo," it's like, "Yo, I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. I could do that, or whatever. Though I can go ahead and brag because I'm really the one doing the videos and what have you. But I left my ego at the door 16 years ago when LeBron got in the league, and so to see that, it kind of lets you know that there is a role you have to play though with certain things though, but it's recognizing it though. But that person is still a person that can be your biggest opponent. You know what I'm saying though? But their intention isn't to go ahead and hurt you.
Yeah.
Their intention is to help you instead of go ahead and try to lead you astray based off of ego, pride, and jealousy, and these different things. And those are things that we as men can't let creep in at the end of the day, even if they creep in at certain points. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I agree.
that's kind of what that is on that. Pete.
Yo.
That's a video from you. So, Buffalo shooting. Tell me what went on the west side of Buffalo, man, real quick, man, because it was some bullshit I thought I saw. Go ahead.
Say that one more time.
The shooting that happened by the police on Spanish young man on the west side of Buffalo here. You know what I'm saying, though? I kind of break that down, though. Go ahead, man.
Oh, you want me to break that down? Nigga, I live in Ohio.
Yeah, break it down, brother. I mean, what do you got to remember from the video?
I gather that this nigga got wrongfully shot. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, that's not funny. That's not funny. Nah.
You got halfway to play sometimes. I get you saying.
Yeah. Now I will say by the video, I don't know what happened before they cut the corner in that gate, but he was running away. Now, my thing is, because they said he supposedly had a gun and was aggressive. That's the reason why they shot him. I don't know an aggressive nigga that runs away. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, aggressive means your life is in danger, you're being attacked, and you need to protect yourself. I don't see how you feel the need to protect yourself when somebody is running away from you. He got shot in the back, Sam. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's fucked up all around.
How many white shooters get away? Actually go ahead and get taken away, still alive.
Shit, I don't know if y'all remember the video that circulated a couple years ago, where these cops pull over a white dude. He had a pickup truck, and this nigga got out the truck with a shotgun in his fucking hand, facing the cops. And the cops kept telling him multiple times to put the gun down, get on his knees, whatever. They didn't shoot him. This nigga got out. This nigga gets out the truck with a shotgun in his hand, facing the fucking police. And nothing happened to him. I mean, he got arrested, of course, but he didn't get shot.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was staged just to show black people that, you know what, y'all still niggers.
Yeah. See, but then hold on, Sam. That probably was staged, but it's like, this is my thing that first of all, rest in peace to Rafael Rivera. I got his name. Nickname, they called him Pito. That's the guy that was killed on the west side. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Prayers to his family. And now the officer, of course, we all know, who fatally shot the man, he's not facing charges at all. They said the reason why they killed this man, he had a gun when he ran away from police, ignored the officer commands to drop the weapon, and was turning towards the officer while holding the gun, the prosecutor said. The officer fired 6 shots, hitting Rivera 3 times. The deceased clearly had a gun in his hands and had a gun on him and was actually turning towards the police. In the fucking video that you can see that just got released not too long ago, this man is not turning towards the police. He's running away.
Right.
They shoot him in the back. Like, clearly this is a lie, fam. So you lie on top of lying you lie under oath. Like, yo, we not stupid, fam. We reading. It used to be an old thing saying, like, yo, you want to hide shit from a nigga? Put it in the book. Hey, guess what, bitches? Information's on the internet now, too. We don't need books. Nah, we do need books. Stop it. But what I'm saying is, we're not stupid, fam. We see what's going on. So, I don't know, man. I went off on a tangent. It's just...
If they're showing you it and it's still going on, then fuck this. That's what they think you're stupid.
I killed the man. Hey, I killed him. He I'm a cop. I could do that. I know it's not politically correct to say, but it's like, y'all bold-faced lying in the, like, we see, this is a lie, my nigga. He didn't turn around.
They give Sandra Bland's mom money.
Oh my goodness, man!
They pay their family off.
Did y'all watch this documentary? I couldn't do it, man.
No, not yet. Not yet.
No, I ain't watch it.
I probably will. You know what? And they had an interview real quick. They had an interview with their sisters, because the sisters are the ones who, with Sandra Bland's sisters are the one who produced it and put it out there. And they said Sandra had so many videos. Because she was an activist. She was for the people before they killed her. She was a civil rights activist. And they said Sandra had so many videos, bro. Sandra Bland is pretty much narrating her own fucking documentary about her death. Damn. Because she has so much material out there about this bullshit. Oh, man. My bad, yo. Go ahead, man.
Very good.
Good. You got anything to say, man, on that topic?
I mean, we just talked about one last week, man. So I can't do 2 in a week, 2 in a row. But I will say on a positive note, I think the officer who killed Botham Jean is indicted. I don't know.
That's on a positive note.
What they charges? You said it's not.
No. It's the same bullshit till they're convicted.
Oh, that's
you can't
true.
even getting happy about a damn indictment. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
George Zimmerman was indicted.
Yeah, that's facts. That's true. I agree. Right. But yeah, man. So I don't know.
I understand, man. You're right, though, man. I mean, it's unfortunate that we do get happy about that, though. We can't get happy about that shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. I gotta ask. Father, son, dresses in women's clothing with the mother, who the father is obviously not with, splitting time, if the time is equal, because you know how they treat dads, especially their black ones. That's you know. But and the mother, I think, wants to actually give the son transgender surgery, if you will. The kid is like 8 or 9 or something like that.
What?
10 at the oldest. 8, 9, yeah. His dad got pissed about this shit though. So like 8, 9, or 10 is in that vicinity. And just regardless of which one it is, it's that people are acting like this dad is wrong, like he's not being a good dad or whatever though. So I just want to kind of get y'all thoughts. I'm gonna start with the fathers. So you know what, Chuck, Pete, and then Rob, and I'm gonna go after that, man. I go ahead and start it off, man. I just want to hear your opinion. Is he fair or foul with that?
Can I get the whole story real quick? Like, this real shit? Like,
yeah, it's real. It's real.
So long.
Let me tell you like this. Right now, this is on National Geographic, and you can look it up, whatever article it is. Just National Geographic, transgender children. There's a National Geographic that they are allowing these surgeries to happen to where parents are giving consent to have their child who's one sex get changed to the other sex. And the mother, who's not with the father, is going ahead and allowing her son to dress like a female around her. But the dad is opposed to it. So I'm asking, is that fair or is that foul for him to do that? In this day and age, and I know that let it go for the most part, I believe, but y'all might have a different spin on certain things. So
and the child is 8. The child is 8 years old.
Between 8 and 10. 8 and 10. There was a 10-year-old that was in the magazine. Because I had to get the National Geographic, to tell you, at work. And I worked at Lord & Taylor. So I always collect National Geographic. I saw that shit. I said, what the fuck? There was a girl right. It was a boy that was once a boy and now it's a girl. That's what they put on the cover of National Geographic. So this is what's going down, man. They're coming for your children. I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead, Chuck.
At the age of 8 or 9, my child is not old enough to even make that type of decision. Well, this is the mother allowing it to happen. No, once you become 18, I mean, if you won't suck dick then or change whatever, just hey, I still love you, but don't come. We not, this is
don't bring it at my house.
Yeah, it is what it is, because that's not a lifestyle I support. But at 8 or 9, to have your child go through that type of surgery does way more damage, just from a mental standpoint, emotional standpoint, than telling them that they need to restrain themselves, whatever the case is. Because homosexuality, especially in middle school and elementary school and shit, is not accepted. Meaning, kids these days are fucking savages. They will tell you a whole new one if you're different in any type of way, shape, or form. So no, he's definitely fair for speaking out against the mother wanting to do this. She's ignorant because she doesn't know the effects of. I mean, fuck. Not say fuck free choice, but yeah, you want the kids to express themselves, but at that age, they don't have all the necessary information to know what to expect once this is like. This is it's not permanent, but yeah, it's pretty much fucking permanent. You cut your dick off, it's permanent. Like, there's no coming back from that shit. If you want to get a new one, you got to get a dick transplant. Which, by the way, Hopkins does dick transplants. That shit is fucking ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there. But at that age, for you to make a decision like that, and to have a support from one of your parents, it's devastating, bro. Like, that shit, they haven't hit puberty yet, and they want to change genders. Just from an emotional standpoint, that shit is fucking terrible. And then once they hit puberty, because they were once a boy, now they're now they're a woman. Like, their body's gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Like, we don't even have a dick that can get hard. It's just crazy, man. And again, we talk about it all the time. It all comes back to the healthcare, the health system we have set up here in the United States. Right? These transgender surgeries cost a lot of fucking money. And from a healthcare standpoint, what better way to make sure we profit off that as much as possible by operating on kids that are 8 or 9? Like the generation, what is it? Generation X or Z, whatever it is. Why not? Let's capitalize on this opportunity, so other more 8 or 9-year-olds who are having challenges with their sexuality can see that, oh shit, I see these 50 kids over here had transgender surgery at my age. How come I can't have it? It's sickening. Shame on the mother for not having the awareness.
Yeah, shame on that cunt. Cunt.
Yeah, shame on her for not having the awareness. And I get it. Maybe she's pro-choice and she wants, but at that age, you don't have any fucking idea what's about to happen, my nigga. Like, you.
No, she could swallow on 2 balls to death. Fuck that shit. She fucking sold her children out for fucking some bullshit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, man. So that's
right.
my.
Hope you get your fucking throat slit like the motherfucker we trying to teach Christianity to the Indians. I don't give a fuck. She sold her child out. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, man.
Take our children, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end it there. So that's my piece. I can go on, but I'm gonna chill out. Pete, brother, what's up, bro? What you got, man?
Man,
what's Rob next?
Bullshit. That's what I got, nigga. That was some bullshit. Like, I ain't even got no long with the end. Everything Chuck said, ditto, nigga. That's some fucking fuck shit, and it's selfish because, nigga, an 8-year-old has no clue what the fuck they doing in life, man.
Yeah.
So you mean they mature enough to make that decision already? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You doing that for your reason, selfish. Hey, everybody got a platform. Everybody want to make a buck. All that shit you said, Chuck, was fucking real. It's fucked up because these kids coming to this world and they don't deserve this shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, bro. This is sad.
So we're talking about, Peter, kind of piggyback on what you said, and Rob, I know you want to hop in there real quick, bro, but we're talking now. Just hear me out, y'all. Just hear me out. We're talking about an 8 or 9-year-old who potentially still believes in fucking Santa Claus getting a transgender surgery. I don't know. I don't get it, man. People are just. She's dumb. This mother is fucking stupid. She was put in a dryer as a kid or whatever the case is, and knocked her brain cells around some shit. She's off the fucking rocker. And shout out to the father for kind of standing up and saying, no, this is not right. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know, man. But as we always say, man, it's the world we live in, bro. The type of shit that goes on.
I mean, man, what you got, man?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure. Nah, bruh. It's weird, dude. It's just weird. Me and you kind of had a brief conversation before we got on the phone, on the phone and got onto these topics. But how me and you was talking, and we were saying, what's the plan for us as a culture, as a people to move forward that one day? And you said the first thing that came out your mouth was, we got to get control of the children. And then within days of me and you having that conversation, bro, I see an article about this dumb shit, which I haven't heard. I don't know if I saw something different, or I don't know if anybody else didn't see the same shit that I heard. But when I heard about this same story, I also heard that when the child was at the father's house, that he didn't want to dress like a girl. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there, but just like to echo what y'all was saying, and on top of the fact, like Amir, well, like I said, when me and you was having a conversation, and also on top of the fact that Pete, you know, I think you remember me tagging you in the post that I saw about this chick, Celine Dion's clothing line she's trying to have.
Oh,
she's trying to promote.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, she's trying to promote genderless fucking an agenda to kids. And it's like, why the fuck?
Wow.
Like, yo, they really are coming for the kids. Like, yo, like, they're trying to push agendas, like clear agendas, on individuals that have no idea what the fuck is going on. Even though, because of information technology, phones, computers, and everything, these kids are growing up or learning faster than we ever did. At the same time, they don't have these type of mindsets to make these type of decisions that they're pushing onto them. And that shit is crazy. And on top of that, or parallel to that, is the fact that I just feel like the shit that's starting to happen is so fucking blatant, it's not funny. Or it is funny, actually. It is funny. Because, and it hits to what I said when we first started, I started off the show. It's like, when are we going to stop bullshitting? Because now it's just like, we're dangling our balls in your face. What the fuck are you going to do about it? That's just annoying.
Yeah.
As you have believed in the system, they've been putting the penis on your back and ejaculating ever since. Martin Luther King said that he took us to a burning building. These are quotes that they don't talk about. They talk about the fact that he said, "I have a dream," instead of what he actually died for. And so it's like,
right.
It's just a crazy thing that we think the system isn't against us. And we talk about with this topic. Listen, you ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta agree with everything I say. But if I say they're coming for your children, at least do the investigation enough to make me wrong, if you feel I'm wrong. Because when it concerns your children, you should do every much of investigation that gets you to a point to where it says that's bullshit. And that's your responsibility. You've given up that you don't care because somebody says something. You've given that up. When somebody says something that concerns your children, you should automatically research it. And it shouldn't matter who it's coming from or what it is. And even if you come to the point of like, you know what, that's some bullshit. But that might be a simpleton. There might be somebody you're like, you know what? I did enough that I know that's how they talking. That's some bullshit. But don't just say it's some bullshit and don't look it up. Especially when you have children, you are responsible to raise life. You have every responsibility to check on everything that goes ahead and concerns your children. Even if that asshole is an asshole or a piece of shit or wrong all the time. Might be right that time. And you didn't look it up. Your job as a parent is to be responsible and to go ahead and look out for their well-being. Now, there's some people that can't be parents, and those are called, just mom and dad, but they're not parents. Parents and mom and dad is different. And sometimes you gotta understand the difference. That's why we used to raise our own children, have a community. But I'm gonna get right into it though, man. Y'all good? Y'all good with the topics?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. We're gonna get right into the Trailblazers though, man. Chuck, I'm gonna start with you, Pete, Rob, and I'm gonna go after y'all brothers. Go ahead, man. Who you got, Chuck?
There's a brother named Arthur George Gadsden, or they call him A.G. Gadsden. The grandson of slaves born into poverty in 1892 in the Deep South. Gadsden died more than a century later with a fortune worth well over $130 million and a business empire spanning communications, real estate, and insurance. Gadsden was by any means a heroic figure whose wealth and influence bore comparison to J.P. Morgan and Andrew Carnegie. And if people don't know who Andrew Carnegie is, he was like one of the richest guys in the world at the time, back in the early 1900s. He owned he pretty much was the monopoly for the steel industry. Here, for the first time, is the story of the life of the extraordinary power told by his niece and grandniece, the award-winning television journalist. So there's a book that his family wrote. It's called Black Titan, and I'm getting some mad echo feedback.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
Yeah, I get it too, man.
Microphone check. No, it's
good.
Yo.
Yeah. All right, that's better. I mean, what was you doing, bro? You be doing some crazy shit when you're off the phone, bro. Can't.
I wasn't next.
Huh? So, would you have the phone down or some shit?
We doing the Trailblazers. Yeah.
I know. This nigga, yo.
I didn't think that was a bad thing to eliminate other sound. That's a good thing, right? Eliminate other sound. Yeah, I said it what the order's supposed to be. Let's go.
Nah. Don't be afraid to hit the mute button, bro. You know, especially with the phone shit, that shit sound travels and shit.
No, I wasn't making no sound.
Yeah. So, A.G. Gadsden, his family wrote a book called Black Titan. I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to read it. So the end of the book is Black Titan, A.G. Gadsden, and the Making of a Black American Millionaire. And this was right after slavery ended, back in that form of slavery ended. The plantation form of slavery ended. This was right after the plantation form of slavery ended, back in the late 1800s. So shout out to A.G. Gadsden and his family for putting this work together.
No man, brother Adrian Gadsden. No man, you got Pete.
My motherfucking self. It's my birthday Monday,
man.
Hey, cuz, look. Yo, nigga.
You might have made Rob change his joint.
That's crazy, bro. 30 fucking 4, Sam.
Yeah.
Yo, all I know is I got to make it better than the last year, bro. So, hey, we're looking out. Guys, good. Got real niggas around you. Let's make shit happen. Let's do it for ourselves and for the children, nigga. So, word.
Yes, sir.
Rob Dang, man, who the hell you got, bruh?
Yo, I didn't have anybody to begin with, but I'm a motherfucking echo what Pete said. So, myself, in a way, yeah, a nigga made it to another birthday. I'm about to be 30 motherfucking 6. I never knew, never thought. This shit is a motherfucking blessing and an eye-opening experience. Like Pete said, I gotta make it better than the last, but not better than the future. I'm gonna say to y'all too, because like I said, I genuinely learn something every time I'm on here with y'all. And on top of it, y'all been doing this shit for a while now. Like how long y'all been doing this shit?
Shit, over 2 years, bro. I think 2.5 almost.
Bruh. 2 years, like he said, he said, Pete said he didn't know how many downloads y'all had. Like, that's commitment. That's like, y'all following passion. Y'all doing something that y'all want to do to not only get shit off y'all chest and help y'all deal with it, like y'all say all the time, the system or the matrix that we in, but at the same time try to spread some knowledge, which y'all also, staying with it. That's a hard thing to do, you know what I mean? It's to stay with shit. Trust me, I'm speaking from personal experience. It's a hard thing to do to stay with some shit when you feel like it might be a little bit bigger than what the current circumstances may or may not display that it is, but you still gonna stay with it. And you know what I mean? Like I said, so I like when I'm on here every time I learn something. So like I said, back to y'all too, to Pete too, my nigga. Like I said, another fellow Sag. Like I said, Sag, like he said, motherfucking season, not Sag. Get the fuck, sit back, wait for your turn, nigga, and that's it.
It's beautiful to see the Sages sticking together. No, man, the 49th year anniversary of brother Fred Hampton's death. So you know what I'm saying, though, it's crazy though, man. And give respect to Jay-Z, man. He's been doing some, and this is why I say sometimes people have to walk into the devil's sanctuary to tell us what's going on, and Jay-Z has taken a major sacrifice, but just point out what you have to do, man, to get into that Hollywood shit, though. But Fred Hampton, go ahead.
But on a side note, that nigga Jay lately been kind of saying, he went on some shit saying like they might have to kill me multiple times. Like he might be on some I'm about to start talking that shit type shit. He putting it out there.
He's been talking shit. I've always said on the fact that he was
after
scared. Go ahead.
It's an after show conversation, man. But we gonna talk about that.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, man. So let's get into these sports topics, man. What do y'all think about Carmelo? Is he done? He done with the league?
Oh man, I don't want to see him go out like that, but it might be a wrap.
Think he done? You think he's just done?
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, go ahead. My bad, Pete.
Yeah. I don't want to see him. Me personally, I don't want to see. I don't like Shire to Philly or something to make him run, but he's not gonna do it, man. And I don't really see nobody picking him up no more. He got a reputation. You know, he don't play D. You know, he's not the scorer. I mean, I think he can still play, but
yo, you know what though? I'm gonna start calling Carmelo Anthony the last of a dying greed. He wants the ball for every possession.
or he could be like Vince Carter, still balling at like 42.
True.
You know, shit, Vince Carter's the nigga still putting up double digits.
But you know what? He's not willing to be that though. Vince Carter got humility. He doesn't have that.
Yeah.
He's greedy. He wanted his money, and he wanted to shine, and he wanted to be the top person.
Yeah. And I think that's what prevented him from getting a ring. I mean, he came in the league the same year LeBron and Wade did, right? If I'm not mistaken. And
He's the first nigga. He went to the playoffs first.
Yeah.
He went his
the first 2 years.
He went first before both them niggas.
Yeah. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah. I think if he had a chance to do it over again, he would do shit differently so he can get those.
I doubt it. He don't give a fuck. He got his bread, nigga.
Yeah.
He still can play. You know what I mean? He hoodie mellow. He don't care.
Yeah.
He's selling.
Fuck that. I got this bread, my niggas.
He's moving off of pride, man. He just wanted to still be the best now. You got anything to add to that, Rob?
Not really. It's kind of fucked up. Like, I feel two ways. Like, it's kind of fucked up because I don't want to see him go out like that. I want to see him, like, maybe get on a team and actually compete for a title and actually contribute to it. But at the same time, he got a bad narrative attached to him. So I feel like, in a way, even if he did, they would still try to spend it. So it's like,
get a big contract from the Big Three League, Carmelo, and then expand that, and then make that shit.
Nah, don't do that shit. No, don't do that shit.
Yeah, man, go to the Big Three League. Why not, man? It's over. It's over, baby. It's over, baby. It's over, baby. Once you step on the court, even if you come off the bench, you're not going to be a part of a system. If you come off the bench, you want to be the focal point. I don't know if you're still the focal point. Not consistently. Listen, man. Listen, I would love to see it. So let me say it like that. I don't see it.
I think it's definitely more mental than physical. Cause this nigga, Melo will be Lou Williams. Melo will be a Jamal Crawford.
Without the defense.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Lou will come off the bench. He will quick 35. You know what I'm saying? Like, Melo could easily still do that, but like,
what about Jamal Crawford?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jamal Crawford, 6th Man of the Year twice. He resurrected his career. He's still in the league. Come on, man. Melo, that he going out like Iverson. He's this generation's Iverson, man. Because Iverson went out the same way.
But he got his bread though.
He definitely got his bread. Two contracts.
I mean, Lala got half of it. Listen, Melo, you gotta.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Well, listen,
ever since Lala showed her tatas, it ain't been the same.
Ooh.
I blame Lala.
Tata. And that's what it is, though, man. But we're going to get right into the second one, though. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty controversial. I'm going to start with you, Chuck, Pete, and Rob. What y'all think about the Kareem Hunt situation? Y'all seen the video. So what do y'all think? What's your thoughts? Go ahead, Chuck.
Who's that, sir? You know, I haven't been following sports for a minute.
Kareem Hunt.
Who's that, nigga?
Kareem Hunt.
That ain't help shit, nigga. You just said his name again, bro. Hold on, I'm looking at
Rob here dying laughing. Kareem Hunt has been the one who was that beat up the woman in the hotel.
He ain't beat her up, man.
Allegedly.
No, he beat her up. He whooped her ass.
He ain't whooped her ass, man. Don't do that.
He did whoop her ass. Come on now, we don't whoop her ass.
He pushed her.
Yeah, don't do that shit. He whooped her ass.
Come on,
he whooped. Listen, Kareem Hunt. Listen, I'm just speaking. I can't speak my opinion. I feel like.
You seen the video?
I feel like that he whooped her ass, and so, being that he did whoop her ass, though, man, Kareem Hunt.
This nigga keeps saying that shit.
Should he be out the league? Like, I feel like he did apologize, so obviously he did wrong. We know that if black people apologize, they always are doing wrong if white people say it, right? So I'm just saying that admitted to that wrong, and what's going on? What you think about Go ahead, Chuck.
So is it like the Ray Rice situation where he
No,
pieces?
No, it wasn't even that bad.
Huh.
He just pushed her a little bit.
He pushed her. So no, he should not be out the league for that. Here's why. Here's why. Ben Roethlisberger, didn't he rape women? I think it was a girl or two girls who I think were they like some shit.
Allegedly.
I mean,
stop, Charles. Stop giving your opinion. It's still allegedly.
Still allegedly.
You gotta leave Ben Rapisberger out of this, bro.
Right? No. You can't say Ben Rapisberger and just say this stuff without having a proof. What have you proved?
All right, so technically you're right.
Technically I'm right.
But theoretically, come on, man. We already know how the league operates.
Theoretics, there we go.
Right. I mean, we don't know how the league operates. And I'm confident that Ben did do what he did, but it was brushed under the rug. Now, if Kareem Hunt just pushed a girl, I mean, that I don't see that where there's cause for him not to be in the league. I just don't, and that's all he did. I mean, so was she provoking him or some shit? Like what was the context?
Yo, man, the broad came into his room supposedly with some friends. They knew each other. She supposedly was getting belligerent. She was drunk. He wanted her to leave. She wouldn't leave. He kicked her out. She started knocking on the door saying, y'all just a bunch of niggers using the N-word, saying all types of racist shit. He put it like he told her to get out of here, and she wouldn't leave. He shouldn't have put his hands on her at all. That's just what it is. We in this era now where anything you do to a woman, even if provoked, however it is, it got provoked. You know what I'm saying? It just don't matter what happened, you gonna get consequences, bro. So it shouldn't have happened, but he a young dude, he reacted to it.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. But he too young and too nice, and he definitely will get picked up again. If not this year, definitely next year. But if Ruben fought, he definitely he not Ray Rice. Ray Rice was over 30, and didn't really have it anymore. So but this is the NFL. If the boy nice, somebody gonna pick him up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good
Bro,
point.
you got any thoughts on this?
I mean, I'm just kind of agree with they said. It's kind of fucked up. And then he just to kind of let Chuck know more. I don't know if Pete said it, but he didn't just push her. Technically, he kind of gave her a kick too. But
he did give her a little kick. It was a little kick, man. It wasn't nothing. It was, fair enough. He didn't like stomp the bitch, but he kicked her. But it was like, come on, Vince, get out of here. Come on, Vince, get out of here. It
was, but I will say this. I swear, and Amir can attest to this. The moment I saw the video, I said, he's gone. I knew it because he kicked a little white girl. And I feel torn about it because on one hand, you know what I mean, I understand from a business standpoint, like, you gotta do that shit. On the other hand, it's a black dude, young kid, and he did some shit, and other dudes in the league is getting chances that did it probably a little bit more than that shit. So it's a little twisted, but also like Pete said, like, he is younger, way more talented than Ray Rice is. So also go along with me saying that other people got more chances. And Ruben Foster just got picked up, and they don't even know what the fuck is going on with him right now. So there are high chances that he'll get another shot. So, but he had that little interview, and he was like, no, I haven't really been asked about counseling. I'll think about it. He needs a little smarten up a little bit before he loses the chance he got to make some real bread. I know that. Somebody in his corner needs to tell him, like, yo, shut the fuck up for a little bit. Sit in the corner, hope and pray that you get another shot. And in the meantime, stay healthy and work the fuck out. But other than that, don't do no more fucking interviews, stupid. And, yeah. But other than that, yeah.
So
Ben Roethlisberger has weight. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, so I'm trying to, because I haven't seen the video yet. So there was a white chick that came into his room. He kicked her out, and she's there banging on the door, but she's drunk while she's doing this.
Supposedly,
she's bent.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, of course, Kareem definitely. I mean, like you said, P, he's a young guy. Shitload of money. Chicks all over his dick, whatever the case is. But I mean, we've had a lot of drunk nights, but we've never did any crazy off the wall shit. If she was drunk, why the fuck is like, bitch? No, you don't. That's not the type of shit you do, right? You don't. Somebody kick you out their room, then you out. You don't bang on the door and use all type of racial stories to get back in. I mean, that's the case with a lot. I mean, sorry, black people, but you guys don't hold your drinks really well. And yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me, man.
The Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver was able to say racist things.
The Giants kicker, fam, right? The Giants kicker.
I forget his name. He's allowed
to
say
racist things. His wife's ass, nigga. He just got suspended 6 games.
And so you are allowed, you are allowed
or some shit, wasn't it?
You are fucking allowed to go ahead and go against black people as you please. A woman was allowed to attack Barack Obama to keep her job as he got off the goddamn plane. So these certain things, like, it's with Kareem
What's
Hunt.
What's the bitch in Mississippi? Or Alabama or something?
Recently?
Didn't some racist ass shit just get elected governor or something in one of those 2 states?
I wasn't talking about that.
No, I'm just saying, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, what state hasn't allowed racist shit?
You said hasn't allowed?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Now, I wasn't making that point, like, goddamn.
Hey, shit.
No, I'm just saying. So recently, I don't know. It happens all the time, so much so, but I could be off on what it is right now, though. But every state allows some bullshit. Every state is racist as lives under the USA, United in the Slavery of Africans. That's what it's called. Who else has been enslaving? White people? Yo, what y'all think about the Mike McCarthy firing? I thoughts real quick. You got Rob and then Chuck.
Aaron Rodgers is the Kobe Bryant of the NFL.
Excuse me? No, he's not. He's not the greatest, but he's very good.
This nigga's a coach killer, team killer. Don't get blamed for nothing. They fired one of the coordinators, said something about like winning with everybody with a winning attitude.
Like that.
And he got fired and shit. So it's just like, come on, man. So I don't know. Mike, he needed to be gone. He should have been gone a long time ago. Let's be real, for real. He should have been gone a minute ago. Like only one ring. That's kind of he it's been over, but still, it's not all on him. is not all on him. How can it be all on him when this nigga Aaron Rodgers admittedly said he would change a lot of the plays at the line after McCarthy? Because McCarthy was also the play caller for the team. So, I mean, come on, man. What are we doing?
Who you got?
So he's been with the Packers for what, about 13 years?
Yeah.
One ring. He has a 61% win percentage. Like when it comes to getting rid of coaches, like I don't know what all goes into it. You know, whether it's disagreements, whatever the case is. But I mean, I would say 61% is pretty decent. Especially in NFC, because NFC is a tough ass fucking division league, man. The Western Conference is tough as hell. You have a lot of high-powered teams in the Western Conference. I don't know. I mean, I guess if they say it's time to go, nigga, you gotta go. We'll see what's next. Now he probably would make a good coach somewhere else. Maybe he just wasn't fit any longer for the Packers and what they were trying to do and what direction they were trying to go.
Yeah, no, I agree. We've seen the writing on the wall. I kind of thought personally that he would have probably ended up being gone a couple of years ago, because I just feel personally seeing the Packers and seeing Aaron Rodgers and seeing how he hasn't won either won a little bit more or at least been like known or in the conversation, but has been competing for a couple of more, is something's just off with that. So I felt like eventually he was going to be gone, and when you commit that much money to Aaron Rodgers just recently, you know, it's one way or the other. So yeah. You have to throw it in the straw.
Yeah, I agree with both. I do all those points, man. So what do y'all think about NCAA football playoffs? Who y'all got that's in the NCAA football playoffs?
Man, Alabama gonna win that shit again, man.
Here you go.
Unfortunately.
I mean, this is Alabama, bro. And niggas is fucking savages, bro.
That's what I'm saying. What you mean?
Yeah.
It's the truth, nigga.
I mean,
I don't want it to happen. Like, I don't know why. Like, this shit kill me. This playoff system, you got it for a reason. But you got UFC, the undefeated, UCF, the undefeated 2 years in a row, my nigga. I would love to see them play somebody. They play LSU in the bowl game. They gonna smash LSU, and it's gonna prove like, nigga, if Alabama ain't gonna. Come on, man. This shit is trash. It's rigged. It's trash. It's fucking trash.
So you think the playoffs is just something that's put along to try to make it seem like it's competition, but really not?
Or they do something or add 8. They need to make it 8 at least or something. You got motherfucking squads out here that's nasty. You know, Ohio State fucking whooped Michigan's ass. They won in the Big Ten. And then you got teams that don't even have to play a championship because they in the non-comp. They're not even in the conference. Like Notre Dame is, number 2 or whatever? They're not even in a fucking conference. Everybody else had to win their division and shit, and Notre Dame they in there. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Right. All right, man. Listen, man. We're going to get into the closing, man. Y'all know what it is, though. Pete, you having me for the Bars of Poetry? Nah.
I mean, I ain't, I'll just say this and get on out of here, man. This real shit. This pulled up a minute ago. I wrote this a minute ago, man. Look, Mom asked me, did I pray? I said I spoke what's on my mind. The world's going nuts, so I wonder if he had the time. Pop quizzes on the daily, and I'm out of study time, so I wonder if it's false that he had a main line. Grandma used to sing, and I swear I miss her voice. Mom said, keep your head up, lady, I got no other choice. Shoulders getting sore with the burdens that I carry. Them paying for my mistakes is the only thought that scares me. Happy birthday to me, nigga. Prop.
You say they can't fair to thee. They trying to go ahead and rear thee. You come motherfucking jungle with the spirit bee. What the fuck you want to go ahead? You want to dare D, dare the motherfucking the devil to go ahead and dare D. Now, motherfucker, you come with this shit, you can't scare me. You can't fear me. You can't bones and bear me. Now, I said that shit, that's rarely. I'm rare, B. You go ahead with the shit, though, man. You better care, B. You better give a fuck about it. Come with it. You better not doubt it. I go ahead and shout it proudly and loudly. These niggas is cowardly. They're scared of it. These motherfuckers ain't aware of it. I go ahead and put the bare bones on it, motherfucker. Go ahead, give it the tone with it. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and scone with it. Go ahead and skull with it. Make it hot with it. Motherfucking go P-prop with it. Motherfucker, I got this. Monotonous. You trying to stop this? I go ahead and P-prop this motherfucker. I go ahead and break this shit. I got the key like a locksmith. Now what the fuck, nigga? I shot this. Nigga, you can't stop this. This is cocky rhyme. Go ahead, though. This is me. Go ahead on the block me time. I rock me time. Go ahead and know. Understand it's my time. Now go ahead and shine, Pete, with it. You got that? You got that flow? No, you can't freestyle with it. You ain't really wild with it. They say you a child with it. You baby with it. You ain't all gravy with it. I'm white rice. Motherfucker, I'm that nice. I'm that twice. Motherfucker, go ahead. I'm precise. I roll this shit, nigga. I'm that dice. What you got, nigga? I'm that dude. I'm that guy. No Teddy Riley. I'm that wild, Marcellus. I go ahead, though, for those fellas. Motherfucker, I go ahead and spill it. Put it on the ground. I pick it up and I grill it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go ahead and spill out my feelings. I'm real with it. I'm trill with it. I'm the gas in your fucking car, nigga. I feel in it. What you got, Pete, man? Show us what you got, nigga.
I got an ending of the show, my nigga. I'm hungry. I did my thing.
I like that. I was waiting for either the bars or the sarcasm. You goddamn Sagittarius, man. It's either the bars or the sarcasm. Listen, it is Sagittarius season. It's Sag season. But fuck that shit. Y'all know about the Capricorns. But all jokes aside, though, man. Shout out to my brothers, though, man. Man, Rob Dean, P-Prop, Peter Green, man. Chuck, man. You know what I'm saying, though? You know what I'm saying? You my brother. I love you. And just know that, whatever you're going through, man, and we don't got to talk about that, but we going to let it be what it be, man. I love y'all, brother. Tolerate y'all, though. Go ahead and go to Chuck, and then go ahead and Chuck it, that our guest ended out. Our guest say what he got to say, Pete ended out.
Yeah, man. It's a great show, fellas. Rob, thanks for coming on, bro. You definitely, I like your perspective, man. When we talk about some of these topics, bro. But yeah, man. One of the things that I've learned over the past week is that when you come to a certain crossroad in life, there's only two options, right? You can sit around and feel sorry for yourself, or you can come up with a game plan to determine how you're going to approach it, right? And you can only make that decision based off the information you have, right? You can't make any other decision. You can't make a better decision than the one you're making because you have the information, right? And then whatever decision you make, just trust the process, man. We can think we're making the right choice, but then ultimately it's not, right? So just, at the end of the day, just don't, sit around feeling sorry for yourself, whatever it is what it is, right? The situation's going to still be there. So why not approach it with a positive outlook or positive mindset, irrespective of what it is. I mean, I don't know people, but I've heard people who've been fucking paraplegic. The only thing they can move is their fucking eyes, and they're happy, right? They're in a state of bliss because they realize that their existence is not limited to the physical body, right? Like their existence is beyond that, and they realize that, and which is why those people in those type of situations can have such a positive spirit, but yet be physically incapacitated, right? So, just want to throw that out there, everybody. So yeah, just check out the Common Sense Experience podcast, iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, all over the place.
What's your Instagram and shit like that?
Instagram, I'm not really on Instagram these days. It's been like probably
Twitter?
shit. I ain't posted since September. Professor C or professor.c.k.rivers. Professor.c.k.rivers. Hit us up on Instagram.
She changed his name to Sagittarius.